What's up, y'all? This is Leigh with Pop Evil, and you know what's going on right now. You are colliding with Yell Magazine, and if you ain't checking it out, then fuck you. Yell Magazine, it's in your face, it's loud and proud. Pop Evil, take it off.
Watch it bloom, meet you out there. Hey, you're looking my way. Just come on and play. Just come on and come on and high. So many ways to get high.
First of all, thank you for keeping good old-fashioned hard rock alive and well.
You're welcome. It's great to hear that. I mean, you know, we just being ourselves and just doing what people need, man, to know daily that rock and roll is very much alive. We're just trying to do our part.
So let's break the ice a little bit by saying that Pop Evil definitely sounds like a modern band, but there's a certain nod to the 80s and 90s, and I'm going to twist this question up a little bit. Can you name some bands or individuals from those eras that you'd like to collaborate with?
Oh, man, there's always someone. I mean, I get asked that question a lot, but it's when you're in the situation we're at now, it's exciting when people that actually want to collaborate with you. You know what I mean? When Mick Mars came, when that collaboration came about, he was interested in working with us. That's what made it great. I mean, obviously we loved Mick Mars and we're huge Motley Crue fans, but the fact that he wanted to made it special. You know, I mean, Daryl from DMC, again, Daryl wanted to do something with us, and that was what made it great. You know, and I think, but I don't sit out there and try to say, oh, I can't wait to collaborate with that person. It'll kill you, you know. I mean, we've always wanted to do something with Kid Rock, and we're from Michigan, so I mean, those guys and Eminem and Kid Rock those are the kind of guys that led the way for us in the hometown to kind of, wow, those guys were doing it and instill great pride in the state where we come from, you know, where we grew up, and it's just, I think that would be cool, but I mean, we certainly don't think about if it works, great. You know, I just think right now we're just still trying to iron out our own identity. And I mean, when we have a name like Pop Evil, we're really trying to flirt, like you said, with the modern rock side, but we're also trying to, you know, really kind of set up our metal influence, you know, and there's a lot of metal influence on our band. We just haven't really been able to explore, because when we were a radio band getting started, radio might not have played that. Now with bands like Five Finger really pushing the boundaries, you know, getting radio play like that, and certainly our success we've had at radio, we're in a position now where radio is hungry more than ever for metal. So we're able to do more. I think you're going to see a lot of that on this next record. You know, this new one, Up, was so important to our psyche, both on and off the stage. We wanted to be more positive. I mean, there's just so much negativity around rock. It's like, rock doesn't matter anymore. Rock isn't relevant. That it really leads to, it can really depress you or lead to a lot of anger. And we're just like, look, man, like, we didn't get into this for money. We didn't get into this to make friends. We got into this to make music and play shows all the time. And, you know, we play 280 shows a year since 2007. So we're winning. So, you know, we're able to play shows, and now it's worldwide. So it's like, look, we got to be focused and educate these fans. And I think that's so important. These people are hungry. They're listening. The fan is smarter more than ever. You know, they're not just sitting there like zombies and doing what you want. They're smart. They're, especially, you know, Canadian fans, they're not waiting for radio to dictate what they should listen to. They're going out there and finding the bands, whether they're American bands, European bands, Canadian bands. They're going out there and finding music that they can relate to. And I think it's so important for more metal and rock bands to create opportunities together. We've toured with Five Finger numerous of times, whether it was in Europe or back in the States. And it's so awesome to see fans being like, wow, okay, this band might be more influenced by rock, but I like it. They're great. They entertain me, you know, or vice versa. Like, wow, this band's a little more metal, but, you know, a lot of times we get that, you know, I don't listen to your kind of music, but I really love your band. I mean, okay, great, that's a win. You know, it's so important to get out there and prove it where it matters the most on stage. I mean, that's where fans are won and lost. I mean, so many times you can hear a song on the radio, not my style, but you see the band live, you're like, holy cow, that's what I'm into. I'm into that, I'm feeling that, you know, or vice versa. So it's so important that, you know, you're constantly taking it serious. This isn't a party for us anymore. We want to win, and we don't just want to win for ourselves. We want to win for our home state. We want to win for our families. We want to win for the rockers of the next generation that think playing the guitar is learning how to play Guitar Hero. It's pathetic. You know what I mean? Like, pick up a real guitar and learn to shred. The reality of metal and rock is riff, and people that play riffs are influenced by riffs, and that's the reality of it. And I think that the more of us that team up together to create more opportunities, and you're seeing more of it in the States, you're seeing more of it in Canada. with bands that are being put in these festivals that are influenced by both genres. And I think the more that we create opportunities together, the more opportunities, the longer that we can last, and hopefully we can start shedding some of these negativities that people are perceiving of our genres, and we can, become stronger. And that's the way we're out. We're going to try to do our part.
Cool. I wanted to ask how you ended up collaborating with Mick Mars. Obviously, he's an icon, and I feel like your music definitely has that LA party vibe to it. Was that a contributing factor to his involvement?
Well, there's different aspects of ours that would party. I mean, we wrote that song back in 2010. It was our second album. We were a different band at the time. Obviously we have different band members at the time. And, we were still searching for identity. I think what fans don't always realize is it's not like the labels anymore give you all these chunks of money where you can go play in a studio for 7 months. You just can't do it. We don't get to do what the big boys do. The reality is, here's your small budget. Here's your 2-month window. Make the biggest record of your career. It's just not easy to do. So basically, when you spend the money and you do 12 songs, all 12 of those songs are going on a record. So you don't really have the leverage to just kind of pick and choose on what the songs. Now, as we've gotten bigger and we've had the success, we're able to do those things. We're able to kind of stand back. But we were looking for something different. And we talked to our publishing company, and Mick was interested and really liked what we were doing. The band could have went a different way back in those days too. But once we had Boss's Daughter in the set, why do we need another one? Let's write more music. We're all about our live show. I mean, again from Michigan, you look at Kid Rock, you look at Eminem, two of the biggest to come from our state. Those guys have some of the best live shows in the business. They really entertain. And everyone, when you come from a bad economical state, it's so important to bring it live. People don't have not just the money, they don't have the time to waste on boredom. They want to be entertained. They don't want to just get up there and watch you play your song. They want to watch you show them that you wrote that you believe in the music that you write. So it's so important that we spend as much time as we can thinking about how to better this live show, and we just don't want to sell out to our fans and give them the same song over and over. We want to try to challenge ourselves to give them an experience, take them through the emotions. Whether you're happy this song, sad this one, whether you want to punch each other in the face the next one. It's so important that we really try to strive to bring the best live show we can.
Last month you released the 360 video for Take It All, great song too, which brings a new dimension to the video experience. But if I'm not mistaken, you guys are taking the concept a bit further. Can you talk about the Pop Evil virtual reality? Tell us what that's about.
Yeah, it's so important. Again, what we want to do is we want to be on the cutting edge of trying different things. If we got to be the guinea pigs to try new technology, let's do it. We got a great label, E1, that has an outlet with what they do with cinematically for movies and what they're doing in that world. They wanted to use us as a guinea pig again to try something a little different with the VR experience, and not only the VR but a 3D VR. And I mean, who doesn't want to be on stage with their favorite artists and a chance to really see from a 360 perspective? Oh wow, there's the set list right there. Holy cow, I almost got hit with that guitar. Like, you can really feel the chaos that is a live show, especially a live show at a festival. It's something amazing to see thousands and thousands of people come together to listen to their favorite bands. And most importantly, to see that many people come together early on in the day to learn about finding new bands. And I think when you get that 360 3D experience that we've been able to showcase and that we've had the help of our label to do, it really puts a whole new perspective on touring and being in the band. So hopefully, it gives our fans, and hopefully new fans as well, a chance to get to know our band and get to see what it's like in the world of Pop Evil.
You're just coming off a tour with Rob Zombie and Disturbed, and your next outing is with Three Doors Down. Is it difficult for you to make the shift from the different fan bases that are involved?
Not at all. I mean, I think that's what we just talked about creating more opportunities. The reality with our band, we've been blessed. We can play the Disturbed Zombie crowd and crush. It was probably our biggest tour we've ever had, and then we can go turn around and get the Three Doors Down fans to have the same experience. I mean, it's about you. It's about what your band does. I mean, people want to be entertained. They want good music. They want good acts. I mean, I didn't know there was a law that said you couldn't have so many acts on your iPod or on your computer. It's cool to find new music. It's cool to find new bands, and I think that's the beauty of being able. I think there should be more of that. You know, like the more that we branch off and tour with bands that are different than us, that's when you can really win over fans that wouldn't normally come see you. So, again, we learned that the hard way from Judas Priest when we toured with Priest back in 2009, and getting to see Halford the other day in Columbus. He just still remembers me to the cosmos. He's like, Leigh, how the Pop Evil boys? You know, I mean, the Priest fans still come, and I think they booed us before we even played a note. And then we had standing ovations every Judas Priest show. So it was a lesson learned early on in our career that the battlefield is where the war is won. So you got to get out there and prove it. And if you do, the rest will take care of itself. So bring on the Three Doors Down crowd. We're ready.
Everyone loves tales of rock and roll excess. What's the most rock and roll thing you've done or seen since Pop Evil began?
Oh man, there's so many. Again, the party stuff is just. It's so far from our mind right now. Like, the reality of the situation is, people always ask the party questions. There's not, when people partied in rock back in the day, people had excess. There's no excess in rock anymore. So you're lucky to get a Red Bull on your rider. You know what I mean? So I drank 2 Red Bulls. It's not as glamorous as it once was for new bands. Like, there's no crazy story we party with celebrities, or it's just different. We are the toilet bowl cleaners of the music world. When you look at the Grammys and you look at these places and there's not even a genre, especially when the U.S. prides itself in freedom of speech, somewhere along the line someone decided that a rock and roll metal voice matters less. Really? Seriously? You want me to talk to you about a party? It's just fucking bullshit, dude. There's no party. It's a fucking, you want to know party? When my kids look at me and they're Miss Daddy and they want to know when's he coming home, when I got to be out here and play 280 a year, when back in the day I only had to play for 3 months, and I made, when Adele don't got to play any show because she already made enough to, like, that's fucked up, man. That's bullshit.